Hi, I'm Joey Rozier, and this is Getting to Know Jesus in 5 minutes. This is a special, The Unforgivable Sin, and the unforgivable sin is blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. Stay with me. I have a lot to get in this one. Got something for the children too, and I can tell you what's wrong with the kids today. So if you need some parenting advice, Bible's got that too. But they go hand in hand because it has to do with authority. Now, who is the Holy Spirit? Real simple. The helper and the comforter. This is the one Jesus sent back to earth. The Holy Spirit resides over the earth and in heaven. But that's what helps get our prayers answered. He helps us walk the daily walk with Jesus. He does a lot of great things. And just remember the helper and the comforter. And why when you won't help and comfort? And when we blaspheme the Holy Spirit, this is what we do. So here we go. It's to speak evil of, defame, or slander of God. That's attributing to Satan's works. That's one. Blasphemy against the Holy Spirit is any sin that a person clings to by continually resisting and convicting power of the Holy Spirit. So what you're doing is you're resisting the power of the Holy Spirit. Why would we ever want to resist the power of the Holy Spirit? Here's a good example. Ever heard anyone say, "Nobody tells me what to do, I do what I want to do"? How many of those you've heard throughout your life? Maybe have one in your life now. Let me tell you what that is. That has to do with respecting authority. That has to do with honor. It's a key word there, honor. So that person, I can tell you right now, guess what? They always have a crisis. And why do they always have a crisis? They have a crisis because they do not want any help from anyone, and they do not respect authority. And it started young, and it's made it to adulthood. Right or wrong? Just to analyze that. We'll keep moving. I got some scriptures for that too. Mark 3:28 and 29. There's three scriptures. They're basically the same. I'm only going to read one fully and two parts. Here we go. Mark 3:28, 29. I tell you the truth. All sin and blasphemy can be forgiven, but anyone who blasphemes the Holy Spirit will never be forgiven. This is a sin with eternal consequences. And that's right. I told you, you got to be sealed with the Holy Spirit to get into heaven. Well, if you're going to resist the Holy Spirit, you're resisting heaven. So just because you believe in Jesus and you don't have the Holy Spirit, can't go, because you're not accepting you're resisting the help of the helper and the comforter. Next verse, Matthew 12:31-32. I'm only going to read the last of it. Anyone who speaks against the Son of Man, which is Jesus, can be forgiven, but anyone who speaks against the Holy Spirit will never be forgiven, either in this world or in the next. That's two. Next one, Luke 12:10. Here's the last one. But anyone who blasphemes the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven. All right, so you got Mark, Matthew, and Luke. Remember, I told you when you read those and you kind of read the same verse, you're seeing it from Mark's eyes, Luke's eyes, Matthew's eyes. And they all come up with the same result. Don't blaspheme the Holy Spirit. Well, you're going nowhere without that, because you're resisting the helper and the comforter. Now, let's talk about honor. What's honor? High respect, great esteem. Say it again. Try not to get what burns me up. So many kids out there. We have a rebellious generation. Now, let me break down real quick. Do you know what Hitler did to get his army and to get power the way he did it? I didn't know this. I do now. I'm sharing it with you. Here's what he did. He went after the kids, and if the kids went home and their parents were not for Nazism, he had the children turn the parents in. Once he got the parents out of the way, he had free run of the country, and ran it with the children. What's happening with our country? Where's our children? What are they doing? Are they little angels every day? Are they doing what they're supposed to do, doing the homework, cleaning rooms, getting their baths by themselves, brushing teeth, No. No. They are being rebellious because they've not been taught honor, they have not been taught the Bible, and they certainly haven't been having a good whipping. Pals, I call them. They need them. They need the structure. They need the discipline. No discipline, you get entitlement. You get entitled kids. Got the verses for that too. Now, this is blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. More importantly, it's about honoring authority. When you honor Jesus and you honor the Holy Spirit, you're honoring the authority. That way, when authority figures come in your life, we all have bosses, right? Don't you have a boss? Yeah, we do. The boss tells you to do something, you do it. You don't, you're out. It's usually how it goes. The ones who can honor the authority get the blessings from honoring God the Father, Jesus, and Holy Spirit. It's hand in hand. The Bible says, honor your father and your mother. Does it not? Sure does. Guess what? That don't make sense. Watch this when I read this to you. Luke chapter 2, 49 through 52. This is good. Here's Jesus talking as a 12-year-old child. Didn't you know that I must be in my Father's house? But they didn't understand what he meant. Talking about the parents, they didn't understand what he meant. Verse 51, then he returned to Nazareth with them and was obedient to them. And his mother stored all these things in her heart. Put a smile on God's face. Jesus, the Son of Man, the Messiah, honored his mama. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Sure will. I'll clean up my room. Whatever she asked, he honored her because it has to do with respecting authority. Then we get down to, in verse 52, Jesus grew in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and all the people. If Jesus honored the authority, we honor the authority, no matter who it is. It may be the crazy boss at work, honor it. It may be somebody in the food chain that is above you, honor them. Because when you do that, you're respecting, you're esteeming, and God will bless you. Just do it. But do not blaspheme the Holy Spirit. Do not resist him trying to help you. Unfortunately, it's going to happen. Bible, if that was the case, Bible say all people go to heaven. It doesn't. It says in Matthew 7, verses 13 and 14, the road to hell is wide and the road to heaven is narrow. You can read for yourself. Let's get to the next ones. Proverbs 30, 11 through 17. Now, this is the problem with the children. And I'm going to go real fast and I'm going to read it and I'll come back, circle back, break it down, and then we're done. Here we got Proverbs 30, 11 through 17. Some people curse their father and do not thank their mother. Is that happening today? They are pure in their own eyes, but they are filthy and unwashed. They look proudly around, casting disdain glances. They have teeth like swords and fangs like knives. That means their words are harsh. They devour the poor from the earth and the needy from among humanity. Verse 15. The leech has two suckers that cry out, more, more. There are three things that are never satisfied. No, four that never say enough, enough, enough. Here's the entitlement. The grave, the barren womb, the thirsty desert, the blazing fire. Verse 17. The eye that mocks a father and despises a mother's instructions will be plucked out by ravens of the valley and eaten by vultures. And what if I told you what birds are? That's demonic spirits. So you are giving your children their dominion over to Satan at a young age, and it grows to an adulthood. And those who do not respect their mothers and do not respect their fathers, okay, then you're not respecting God, you're not respecting the Holy Spirit. And there is punishment and consequences for that. It goes hand in hand. honor authority. 2, honor whoever is above you. Honor your mother and your father. Children, do what they tell you to do. Quit asking questions. Parents, raise them up in this book. Get these scriptures in their head. Get them in them at a young age, so when they reach in their teenage years and they go into being young adults, they'll turn out to be blessings and not curses. And if you ever wonder why you got 2 children of the same family, and one went to the good and one went to the bad, and you remember this one now. Why? Because the good child honored the mother and the father, and the bad child didn't. That is a fact. I don't mean to get too harsh, but I'm trying to teach you freedom and not happy tickle the ear stuff. And that'll help you in life. God bless you. Appreciate it. It's a great special. Hope you enjoyed it. Like it, share it, get it out. This one needs to be heard. And don't miss the next ones because they get better than this. And see you next time. God bless you.